just to go down the fun rabbit hole, but I started the agency literally when I was 8 months pregnant with my second daughter. So I decided to just jump into it while I was pregnant because that's normal.
Well, so what was that deciding factor? I mean, especially 8 months. I mean, I know my firstborn was 2 months early. So
Yeah, I am lucky or not lucky, depending on when you ask me. Because when had my kids, I was not feeling very lucky, but my kids were a day late and then right on time. So we were good there. But I didn't start the agency necessarily because I wanted to start the agency. It actually kind of landed in my lap. My husband and I moved to Colorado on a whim and found out that we were pregnant with our second. And I started going on job interviews. And one of the job interviews I went on offered me a job that would either move me to Florida. And for all you Floridians, while that is wonderful, that is not this New Yorker's cup of tea. I wanted to stay away from Florida or start my own consulting firm at that time, and they would be our first client. So I went home that night, very pregnant, and I talked to my husband. I was like, "What do you think? Should I do this?" And he's like, "Why not? We have nothing else to lose." So I did, and they were my first client. I literally was 8 months pregnant at that time. And then once my youngest daughter, Rylan, was born, a week later, I went to networking events because I was like, well, it's actually fun to work for myself. I'm a really bad employee. I guarantee anybody that has ever hired me or I've worked for can say that. And I was better at working for myself, but it was a grind, especially being a new mom. But it landed in my lap. It wasn't something that I was like, you know what? I'm going to have a baby and start a business. Let's just do it together at one time.
how do you, because I think, and I see a lot of our mastermind members that are moms, I think they have a harder time of kind of figuring out, like, they feel like they're kind of, if they're growing their business, they feel like they're neglecting their kids, or vice versa. How do you approach that?
Yeah, I think that is probably the best question as a parent in general. I don't think it's necessarily just a mom thing, but I think moms are harder on themselves because we have the worst mom guilt 24/7. It's like either we're doing one thing correct and then we feel like everything else is failing, and you just got to figure out what the balance is. I am not an expert in this field. I feel like every day I'm kind of battling this, but what I have learned over the last 8 years is my family has to come first, but my business also is very much in line with the family. So I have gotten to a point in the business where I can take steps away and I have people that actually can handle if a kid is sick or if we want to go on a vacation or just at dinner that I'm not on my phone 24/7. But I would say the first couple years were the hardest. My kids would probably tell you that my head was just like this the whole entire time in my phone, and I didn't know what else to do because I wanted to make sure we were successful. I am the breadwinner, so it was very, very, very stressful because I'm like, I got to get this going. We have to make money. We want these things. We want nice things. But for me specifically, I would say my kids put me in my place. As they've gotten older, they are the ones that are like, Mom, you're on your phone too much. And as soon as I hear that, I'm like, nope, I got to put it down. I need to give them the attention that they deserve. There's also a balance there of like, look, guys, mommy, you like this house, you like where you live, you like the things you have. Mommy has to work too. So we do try to balance it of like them understanding what I do, but also for me to at least be present when I'm around.
I hope you enjoyed this content. If you want more content like this, make sure you click on the link on the screen or check out your most popular podcast platform where the full episode is there. And until next time, have a swank day. What are you doing? Go check it out. Click on the link. I'll see you soon.